Imagine you're about to tell the biggest lie in history, a lie so enormous that the future of your movement depends on whether people believe it. You know your audience. You know their culture. You know exactly what will convince them. So you choose your witnesses carefully. The most respected, the most trusted, the hardest to question, wouldn't you? Then why do all four Gospels do the exact opposite? Investigate Case File 002, The Unexpected Witnesses. Today's question: if the resurrection story was invented, why were women the first witnesses? Jerusalem, early Sunday morning. The city is just beginning to wake. A small group walks toward a tomb. Not soldiers, not priests, not famous disciples, women. They aren't expecting a miracle. They're coming to finish a burial. Instead, the stone has been moved. The tomb is empty.
He is not here. He has risen.
Every gospel begins here. Not with Peter, not with John, with women. Why? Now stop. Imagine you're inventing this story. Everything depends on credibility. Would you really choose witnesses many people in your own culture would immediately question? If your goal is to persuade, this seems like the worst possible decision. Unless you weren't inventing it.
One woman stays behind, Mary Magdalene.
She's crying. She doesn't expect a resurrection. In fact, she assumes someone has taken the body. Then she sees a man. She mistakes him for the gardener. Nothing about this sounds like someone trying to convince herself. Then one word changes everything. Mary! She recognizes his voice instantly.
Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father.
It's a strange detail, specific, unnecessary. If you were inventing a story, why include something that raises even more questions? Mary wasn't the only witness. The other women are already running to tell the disciples. Afraid, overwhelmed, filled with joy. Then, according to Matthew's account, they meet Jesus too.
Do not be afraid. Tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me.
Now the evidence becomes stronger. This is no longer one person's testimony. Multiple women report the same extraordinary event. Imagine the scene.
Several women arrive together, breathless, trying to explain what they've seen.
An empty tomb. Angels. Jesus alive. A meeting waiting in Galilee. And how did the disciples respond? They don't celebrate. They don't immediately believe. Luke tells us their words sounded like nonsense. Why would the gospel writers preserve the disciples' own skepticism? Again, it's not the kind of detail people usually invent to strengthen their story. Days later, the disciples go to Galilee, to the mountain Jesus had named, just as the women reported. Matthew records that they saw him there. Yet he includes another surprising detail. Some doubted. Think about that. If this were propaganda, why keep the doubt? Why not remove every uncomfortable detail? Instead, the story keeps preserving them. Let's review the evidence. Women discover the empty tomb. Mary encounters Jesus. Other women encounter him too. They deliver the same message. The disciples travel to Galilee. They report seeing him there. Even the doubts remain in the record. One unusual detail might be dismissed. But what explains the entire chain? If this story was invented, why is it filled with unexpected and inconvenient details? Or are these details preserved because the writers believed this is what actually happened? That's the question. A real investigator never closes a case too early. Now it's your turn. Download Case File Guide RealityEternity. Inside you'll examine every gospel account side by side, the timeline of the women's testimony, the historical background of first-century witnesses, the strongest skeptical explanations, the strongest historical responses, space to record your own conclusions. Don't accept my conclusion. Don't accept anyone else's. Follow the evidence yourself. Because truth has nothing to fear from honest investigation. The next clue is waiting inside your case file. Next case. One mystery still remains. The tomb was empty. No body was ever produced. So what happened? Was the body stolen? Was the tomb mistaken? Or does the evidence point somewhere else? We'll investigate that in Case File 003, The Empty Tomb. Think carefully, investigate honestly, decide personally, and wherever the evidence leads, have the courage to follow it. Follow the evidence. Follow the truth. The investigation continues. I'll see you in the next case.